As the budget season comes around, we are again hearing a lot about India's inequality problem. However, this year something has changed. For one, the numbers are staggering. They reflect how the COVID-19 pandemic has upended years of progress India had made in addressing this systemic problem. In the latest round of the ICE 360 Survey 2022, conducted by the People Research on India's consumer economy, it was found that the annual income of the poorest 20% of Indian households, which was constantly rising since 1995, plunged 53% in the pandemic year 2020-21 from their levels in 2015-16. In the same 5-year period, the richest 20% saw their annual household income grow 39%. India's K-shaped economic recovery is deepening the societal fault lines of income and expenditure. Automakers are beefing up their SUV portfolio, but sales of two-wheelers are at their lowest in 9 years. Attrition in Indian IT companies has meant a good placement season in colleges even amid the pandemic. But low-skilled labor is losing out on earnings because of the return of lockdowns and curfews in the big cities. Only the rich can work from home is a common refrain of those on the lower end of the income spectrum. Oxfam India's report titled Inequality Kills said the richest 98 Indians own the same wealth as the bottom 552 million people. In 2021, when India witnessed the devastating second wave of COVID-19, the country also added 40 new billionaires to take the country's tally to 142. The Oxfam report points out some reasons explaining how the government's policies amid the pandemic exacerbated wealth inequality in India. The reduction in corporate tax rate in 2019-20 from 30% to 22% led to a loss of Rs 1.5 lakh crores. During FY21, GST revenue, income tax and corporate tax collections declined. The government also failed to meet its disinvestment target of Rs 2.1 lakh crores, and the centre compensated this reduction in tax revenue through increase in excise duties on petrol and diesel. The centre earned nearly Rs 8.02 lakh crore from taxes on petrol and diesel during the last 3 fiscal years, of which more than INR 3.71 lakh crore was collected in FY21 alone. This led to the increase in the prices of essential commodities such as food, grains and vegetables, which disproportionately affected the lower middle class and the poor. To address this rise in inequality, experts have suggested reintroducing the wealth tax, which was abolished in 2016, or perhaps a one-time tax on the wealthy for COVID-19 economic recovery. A Business Standard editorial says that low-skilled job creation, which can create employment for a low-skilled workforce, is the need of the hour. Given the government's minimal fiscal legroom, institutions such as the National Investment and Infrastructure Fund and the Development Finance Institution must be tapped for this purpose. We spoke to Santosh Kumar Mehrotra, Professor of Economics at Jawaharlal Nehru University, to understand how India can address its inequality problem.
Given that wealth has increased so sharply in recent times, particularly during the pandemic, there is a very strong case, at least temporarily, for increasing in this budget the surcharge from 2% to 4% on over 1 crore incomes. The second thing that can be done to control increases in wealth is to stop selling profit-making public sector undertakings. It's absolutely critical that jobs begin to grow, because already before the pandemic, unemployment was at a 45-year high, and it has only worsened post-pandemic because of the crash in the economy. Only when non-farm jobs grow, as the young are getting better and better educated, only then will we see real wages increasing.
As the expert pointed out, the government needs to take firm steps to increase jobs. A rise in non-farm jobs will see an increase in real wages, and without an increase in the labour force participation rate, the government cannot address the problem of poverty.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.